All right. I'll record this. Hey, this is Robert Bolden, Life Transformed, and this is WeWednesday. We are in this together, and that's what WeWednesday is all about. Every Wednesday at about this time, about 12:45 Eastern, I will jump on and share a little bit about an aha moment that I had. And I see Suzanne Wentz is joining us, so that's awesome. Hey, Suzanne, how are you? Looks like she's on the treadmill, maybe doing a little exercise there. I love it. So what we do is I'll share some aha moment from the week, and with the hope of maybe this will be an aha moment for somebody else, or you'll get something out of this that God wants you to receive in this process. So today, boy, there were so many things too that I looked at in terms of what the aha moment would be for me. But I'll tell a little bit of a story. So we have a YouTube channel. As some of you may know, we're watching, and you are watching on YouTube live right now. We've got this YouTube channel, and there's a whole process that we invested with a lady, Liz Germain, who is amazing. She taught us how to, create content for YouTube and how you research and do all the things that you need to do. So recently, what came into my awareness is, wow, the Bible has a lot of good wisdom. That's where truth is. So I can't remember exactly how it happened, but I started messing around with Bible verses, and I plug them into the tool that YouTube has to generate, how much interest in a particular topic. And it was just blowing up the YouTube search. And one of those phrases that I've done a YouTube video on is Proverbs 13:20. And I came across this one again this past week. Walk with wise and become wise. Associate with fools and get in trouble. Boom. That is very simple, but how profound is that? So walk with the wise, become wise, associate with fools, and get in trouble. And I started looking back over my life and thinking about, okay, when have I been, quote unquote, in trouble? And as I reflected, almost every time, or there wasn't a time that I couldn't think of that it wasn't because of some association with a fool. And listen, this is the Bible word, fool. This isn't Robert calling people a fool. I'm just saying, fools to me are people who if you're ignorant, you're not a fool. If you're not aware, you're not a fool. It's if you're aware and you still choose to do the dumb thing, then you're a fool. If you've been exposed to some wisdom and you're like, if I touch a hot stove when it's red and it burned me, I see the hot stove again, so I'm just going to go touch it again. That's being foolish. So you can extrapolate that into life. And there's just a whole series of ways you can go to determine what a fool is. But so for me, my discernment around foolishness is heightened because of this verse this week. Suzanne, have any thoughts on that one? I don't even know if you can talk because it looks like you're doing some serious working out there.
Can you hear me?
Yeah.
So, I mean, the main message I get out of that is be careful the company you keep. Right? So who are you hanging around with, and what are they speaking into you or imparting into you or whatever? Is it wisdom or is it foolishness? And then do you have the capacity to discern that, right? And then make choices. Do I want to do wise or do I want to do foolish? And I, like you, of course, have done some foolish things in the past by choice, which was dumb. But, life's full of learning opportunities. And so when we learn, sometimes it takes a little bit of foolishness to get wise. But it would be nice if we all just kind of took the wise advice and didn't take the foolish path.
Yeah, wouldn't it? I mean, it's so cool. And isn't it, once you become more aware of that stuff, it gets easier to do it, isn't it?
Yes.
It's almost like if you bring it into the light, what we always talk about, Suzanne, with the Bible, and you read about it and we talk about it in our community, is you bring some of this stuff to light and all of a sudden you're like, oh, that's foolishness, or that's not smart. But it's when we keep it in the dark that it can eat at us. Yeah, I love it. Well, that is awesome. You guys, hopefully you got something out of this. Check out our YouTube channel. If you're watching this on YouTube Live, you probably already have access. Subscribe to the channel, share it with your friends. Got a whole host of videos that are all about fools over the last several weeks, and it'll continue into the future because it's a topic that gets a lot of energy on YouTube. So that must mean people are searching for wisdom around fools. And as always, check into our community if you want to be a part of what Suzanne and I do every day and how we interact and breathe life into people, help them go from isolation to community.
And stay on the path of wisdom.
And stay on the path of wisdom. That is the great way to end this. All right, y'all. See you next week. Thank you, Suzanne. Enjoy the rest of the workout.